going to be doing some behind the scenes work when it comes to oh, that was unexpected. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me see what's making that happen. Oh, I know what it is. Thanks. So today is my first day coming on here with dual cameras. So you're going to see two of me. You're not you're not making it up. I want to play around with just seeing what it looks like, seeing how I look in it, seeing what I need from a lighting perspective. So right now, this is my phone camera that's coming in here. I want to see if I want to continue doing a phone. Maybe I get another proper camera and such as well. So you're going to see me start off with that. Then this is all behind the scenes. I have about 30 minutes. We'll see if I'll spend the whole time doing it. But I am going to be creating some videos for my the client journey that people run through. And sorry, I just noticed that I tickle the back of my throat when I speak, when I want to say something and I haven't figured it out exactly yet. So that's something else I get to play with. So you get a chance to watch me as I'm doing that. This is pure behind the scenes. I'm recording it. I thought it'd be really nice to put it out and have it be seen on what's it called? Basically, the idea for me came in. What if I was able to do this and in this platform and like, kind of give it like the outliers as Brandon. It's like I don't have to do as much editing when I'm using this system, as opposed to like recording it in Zoom or in Loom where I normally would do it and come in from there. So I'm excited to see what it looks like and give people a chance to kind of get the vibe when they come in. So let's see if there's anything else I want to do related to the two cameras. I know how things would work generally speaking. All right, this is Niiamah here. All right, and then I'm gonna. All right, cool. So I just went to the backstage, and when I'm backstage, you don't get a chance to hear what's going on. All right, so this feels pretty good. I can talk over here. I can make sure I'm reaching out here. Oh, that's also really good to know. Like, so let's say I'm doing something. Uh, I've been invited to stream on different platforms, but not every one of them is able to go through the restream component. So I'm looking at this and saying, oh, okay, well maybe I can stream live with on the major platforms using the my primary tool, and then there's at least one or two other platforms that I might have to go directly on it, and I want to try and see like, all right, how does that look? Does it look like I'm obviously the eye contact isn't there, so I have to find a way to get either the camera right next to it or above it or whatever it is. So that's something to think about. Um, but so far, I think it would work. I think it would work and be like, hey, look, if you want to join me, this is where I'm at. Okay, we'll play it out. We'll play it out. This is an important next step. So what I'm going to do for the rest of this time here is I'm actually going to turn off my my scroll at the bottom. Oh, the name wasn't showing because of the scroll. Gotcha. Again, learning. I'm noticing that the front facing camera is just darker overall. Like even though I'm having the same accents going on, that ends up being less, I don't know, visible. All right. So what I'm going to do is I think we're good with this portion of it. Uh, I'm excited to play with it. I originally had some idea that I was going to record on another platform, and I needed to have this camera, the phone camera, recording me while I was also doing the work of the like allowing my microphone and camera to be used for the other purpose. And that ended up not having to be the case. Let's see right here. And so what we're going to do is we're just about ready to end the test with the camera, the multiple cameras. So we have the phone camera and me, and we will now take some time to shift over. And I'm going to record some videos, just some videos live. I'll turn off actually remove my secondary. Yes, let's do that. Okay, so it's just me now playing out here. Thanks for playing with this. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to get prepared for a recording that is going to be available for people who join. So what we're let me set this up here for us overall. Hi, my name is Niiamah Ashong, and thanks so much for being a part of this journey. Today, we're going to walk through, you're going to be able to watch me do a live behind the scene recording of the client creation journey that I take people on. In particular, the way that my business works is that it's a platform creation journey. I've decided to make, I love talking to people, and I think that one of the best ways that people can get to know me and also get served is to be actually in an experience with me. And so, what given that, I'm now going through the place and basically documenting how I am creating my genuine client creation engine. And it starts right now with using platforming as my lead magnet, right? And so I actually have a process where I have the live streams, I have podcasts, I have a platform to invite people onto, and I recognize that what I've been building over the last, I want to say the last year and a half, 2 years, but it's probably been longer than that. My entire, at least the last decade, has been a process of meeting people, being able to invite them into my space, and going out and then creating relationships with them. If I frame it in that way, I would even say it's been the last 4 decades, right? My entire life, more or less, where I learned to invite, and rather than waiting to be invited to someone else's place, I invite them into my space, and it's part of my includer. It's part of a lot of different things that make me me. And so what you're seeing right now is me. I've recognized that that is actually the core underlying mechanism that I've been using to both meet new people, to connect with new people, to serve new people, to create new clients, and to create new relationships, partnerships, referrals, and beyond. And so, what I want to do now is, now that I understand that, I'm want to spend time making sure that I've created an ecosystem and an overall flow for people to go through meeting me and going through this process, while also being in a space where, how do I say it? I don't have to force anything. Yeah, that's really it. I want to be able to be generous in my invitations, generous in my coaching, in my time, generous in generous and abundant. And but at the same time, this is a business, or actually, like, it's a business because I need to fund the impact. I need to fund the movement, and so to make sure that that happens, I want to make sure that we have some clear channels for people to continue through. So in a bit, I'm going to stop talking to you. I'm going to just start talking to the camera, and start recording and see how see where my energy needs to be, all that stuff, to really make this like come to life, right? So what's going to happen right now is I'm going to play around with a couple different visuals. So this is normally how, like, normally what people would see if I was using like my other channels. I would be coming in and they would see. I can't remember how to take my name off, but oh, there it is. So they wouldn't see my. It would just be like this. It's a regular plain old thing. But I want them to see my name, and I'm going to go on from there because maybe that'll be less things that I have to show. Right. I have options along the way. I'm not going to use it right now, but I have options to like pop things up in the middle of it, like da da da. So I there's a way I can play with using this tool to create some other background, to create some other content along the way. So this is like, so rather than just have it be the standard version of just me in a space and then I share that recording, I'm hoping to get some additional benefits from having this setup here. So from having this background to, I mean, there's multiple different backgrounds that I can leverage, and so I'm going to be playing around. I think that this one and this one, nope, this one and this one might be exactly the same. Okay, great. So I'll be playing around with this here. We'll see if it gives it any extra oomph, like, and if it helps me create a kind of a uh, multi-camera kind of feel. I don't want to actually go to multi-cameras right now. I don't want to be. I don't want to do that in this current iteration. I just want to go talk and go. You're going to get a chance right now to see like what it looks like for me to record. It's sometimes like when I get into this. For me, I know that I've done things in the past where I have a specific script and I try and follow the script. That's the hardest, y'all. That's the hardest for me. But the other side of it is that when I do follow a script, uh, you get the words. But you don't get the energy. Uh, but it's also very succinct. It just, there's just a trade off. I don't tend to rehearse it enough to make it in my body. So there may be some times where you just see me like sit down, look around, and and get into what I need to communicate over there. I think it's also gonna be fun right now because like it gives me a chance of having like an audience, and seeing what happens when the energy changes. When I'm not just in a recording for me, but I have someone in mind, yeah, you all in mind as this is being recorded. So enjoy, take any notes like that you want. I like to I think my thing right now is like I'm just going to show you how I'm creating my journey, show you the different components that are along the way, and then we'll leverage that and grow from there. Okay. Uh, yeah, that feels good. All right. So the first video I'm going to be making is for the sorry, I'm smiling to myself here. So the first video that I'm going to be making is for the Outliers Edge platform invitations. My way of creating new relationships and connecting with people is really to just invite them onto the Outliers Edge live. Why you see me recording so much and being here. This is where I want to be. How can I just be here for as many hours of the day as possible? So I plan on inviting several people a day to come and spend some time, come on through the Outliers Edge platform. For however long they want to come, and what I want to do is that I want to leverage the path that I've done in the past, which is to actually schedule each of the guests for a specific duration and period of time and a specific start time. What I have found is that that gives me a semblance of who's going to be coming when, and gives me a chance to prepare and also know that the day is covered, as opposed to just saying like, yeah, whenever you want, come onto the live, we'll make it happen. Like this adds a lot of structure to it. It also will allow me on the back end to help them prepare better and let their audiences know, and we can pair up live streams and beyond, right? So what happens is that people are going to get an invitation to come from me to come onto the live platform, and then they will go and schedule a time for that to take place. And then when they get onto the next page, it's something that I have found to be really helpful. So take this in. I in the past I used to leave them with a screen that would say thank you so much for this, check your inbox for what's next. And what I learned instead is that like if you have someone's attention and they're playing with you, that's my language. Let me say that more specifically. If you have someone's attention and they have said that they're interested in doing something with you, then if you want them to take another step with you, the best time to do that is as part of that same experience. So rather than saying come sign up for a calendar. Okay, now go check your inbox for whatever the next step is. I just put the next step right there on the page, and it's been a game changer for me. And so, what happens is that people will sign up for the podcast. I actually give each person who comes on the podcast an opportunity to get a complimentary coaching session with me. And from doing this now for hundreds of people here, I generally get a 1 out of 3 people who see that page decide to take me up on that offer. All right. And so if I didn't have it there, then that they wouldn't have seen that offer at all. Right? I'd have gotten 0 out of 3. Right. And so I'm enjoying. I like having that step. It's not for everyone, but it does get me for the people who there is who are looking for some additional assistance. It helps me get there right away. And so we have a process that I've done in the past, a video that I've used in the past. I've tried. Let me see if I can just even take you to. I don't. I'm not going to bring up the page just yet, but I've had the page where they sign up for the. Um, if you're all good, I'll put it up actually. I'll just go ahead and show you what it looks like behind the scenes, because this is what it has been behind the scenes, and then what you're going to be seeing is what I'm going to be updating it to. Well, you're not going to see it. You're going to see me make the videos for what I'm updating it to. All right. So I use a. I'll just take you here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And I gotta make sure I have enough time to take care of the other things I need to take care of today. So, all right. So you should be able to see my screen right now. I use a tool called Go High Level. We have our own Outliers Edge version of it, and in it, it allows me to create different. My entire business is more or less able to be run from this in terms of all the automations people get, so on and so forth. One day I'll walk you through what happens altogether. So I've had a number of things I've created over the years, but in particular, we're going to look at the podcast, and then we have the panels that we've done, and so when it comes to the panels, you're going to come in and you're going to see basically all the things that I have in the background. But generally speaking, we have three things that are at play. I'm going to open up those three right now for you to see. And all of these are going to be changed or updated in some kind of way. But this right here is the has been the process I've been using to bring people in. I've tested things over the years, so they are, there's different things that I've found to be useful, and some of them have been more successful, some have been less successful as time has gone on. But here goes what it looks like. So at this point now, what happens is that people come in, they schedule a time for the podcast panel, which I'll be updating from podcast panel to the live stream panel. And so they'll get a chance to come be a part of that. From there, they get a chance to get a complimentary session with me, as I mentioned beforehand. And then there's a video that I had recorded a while ago. And then from there, and so basically everyone who comes in signs up, they get a bonus session with me. And at least that's how it's been in the past. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that going forward. But there's a video and a way to sign up for something. And then afterwards, we bring them into the podcast, the actual guild, where when they click on this link, it'll take them over to the Outliers Edge community, and we have put together something specifically for them. Was more in the this page was when I was testing and experimenting with going directly from a podcast invitation to moving them into like supporting them directly with their problems or what they're trying to get done next. This what you're going to see me create right now is another set of videos. This one here, I think what I will say. I'm going to stop sharing my screen on this, but I wanted to like notice the process here, right? If I actually go and even click on this right now, something else happens, right? So someone comes in for the podcast, they come in through this here, and this is what I'll call like my platform lead magnet. So they come in for the initial lead magnet to come on my platform. The next stage that they get is some kind of invitation to come and do my actual coaching or my actual business. So this and it's really important when I do the platform stuff. I keep each of these tracks like I have to fulfill them individually, so there's no bait and switch, right? We want to make sure that they come in, they get everything they need related to the podcast or related to the platform. Then they get in for the next thing, and then we continue moving forward. So we have the Outliers Edge podcast is the first thing. Then they get their bonus session with me that they can schedule. One out of three people tended to do that, and then they get a page to then be invited into the actual school group from there, right? And so I'm going to what I found in the past is that this works. I don't need to mess with this too much. What I'm going to do instead of messing with it is just make sure that I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pause, stop sharing the screen. But the real opportunity I feel right now is to uh, take time to just focus on getting them ready for the first session with the platform. Make a lot of the videos I made were too long in the past. They had the right energy. Maybe like I can talk, but I want to make this like super simple, easy next steps, and focus on the next thing, the next right thing each time. And that's one of the bigger lessons that I've been finding actually by going through this 10,000 minutes of live streaming. It's while also having to relook at my client journey. It's I found like the one of the things that was important is that it's one step at a time. It's one micro commitment, one like the next iteration in one step at a time. And so that's the place that I'm coming from now. That's a place where I'm looking at this and saying, all right, how do we build this so that I don't have to take someone who came in for a podcast and then within 2 pages, like have them like transform from I'm coming in for a podcast to now I want to go and get like, go solve a problem. Right. And so I'm slowing my roll. This is really what it comes down to. I'm slowing my roll. And these videos here are to play along with that. Okay. Not to play along with it. These videos here are to set people up for success by creating the foundations of a longer term relationship giving them an idea as to like, hey, this is how Niiamah shows up for people when you enter the Outliers Edge world. This is what you get. And then the next portion of it is also just to make sure I'm fulfilling on the initial promise and creating a feedback loop that says, hey, you took a risk. You're someone who don't know me, or maybe you're someone who does know me. You took a risk to come onto the platform, or you wanted to get something by coming on the platform. You're going to get it. We're going to make sure that gets fulfilled. And by the way, you get this bonus. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. You'll see me play around with some things. This might be a one take all or not. I don't know. But I'm going to start it. And if I feel like it's getting awkward, I'll turn off the streams. I would love to know for you what, firstly, just put into the chat or in a comment if you're watching this later on. Let me know, like, do you have a process? I want to know about your journey when you're creating, when people are coming into your world. How are you someone that continues to take them to the next step right then and there in the journey, or do you like send them back to your inbox and say, "Great, go check your inbox," to get what it is that you need? I'll be really curious about that. And like for me, I found that to be such a game changer because once they go back into the inbox, they get inundated with everyone else is trying to get their attention. And I really do believe in what I do, and I recognize that it actually is a disservice to send them back into the jungle of the rest of their life when they have finally made a choice to, in my case, like be visible. Then I want to continue supporting that and making sure that they're good to go. All right, cool. So let that happen, and then I'm going to record. And if you have any comments, if you have any comments for me, put it in here. I feel like I'm opening up a whole can of whatever it may be, but as people may have their own opinions and so on and so forth of it. But I actually welcome it. I want to get really. I'm doing this. I'm choosing to do this live because I'm trying to microwave the the skills. The skill learning process. I want to learn as much as I can and as quickly as I can, and that requires me being out there and iterating rather than just taking action. All right. So let me know. I'm here for the feedback. All right. Without further ado, I have about about 10 minutes now. That was a good way. Maybe I didn't want to record this. So I'm like coming on live. It's been at least a half hour activity to not do this, but that's helped me get me prepped, and I'm excited to share this with you. All right. So this first video is for people who after they sign up for the platform, it's going to take them to a new page. My intention in this, I'm going to ground myself in this. My intention in this here is to make sure that they know that they have come to the right place. I want to introduce the co-creator playbook, which is an entire course that I put aside. I don't know if I use the word course; it feels a little bit heavy for this purpose, but it's something I created to support people with all the questions related to to the podcast or to the live stream, and that way all my FAQs, all those things get handled over it. And now I'll make sure that that's what I'm going to address in it. I will let them know that that co-creator playbook exists, but I'll also let them know that they have an opportunity as a thank you for me to get a complimentary coaching session with me through the roadmap here. Typically, I reserve that for my VIP people with an application only, but because they're coming onto this, I'm actually going to waive both of those and just give it to them as a gift if they'd like to come and get it. And then I'm gonna try and keep it the goal that I want to do is like leave it light. Like people came in to be platformed. I don't want to make a heavy switch. I don't want to do a lot of work for that. I think it's just I want them to know like this is the game I play. This is what I really do. And I like if I'm gonna like I'm inviting them to help platform and champion them, like this is the best way for them to go and do that. It's an augmented way. And they came in, and the way that I look at it, it's also how my systems are set up. It's like you came in for the podcast. That's one flow. I'm also inviting you to a separate flow, which is the my coaching. All right. And that's how it works. And then there's a third flow, which is related to the community stuff, right? And so those are the three things. So it's I wish I had a good C for it. But podcast, coaching, community. That's the flow there. We make sure they get a chance to do all three, and that's all my business have, right? So no longer podcast. I have to remember that platform, community, platform, coaching, community. I cannot wait till I have a mirror board that shows this, but I don't want to go create a static mirror board when I'm still like figuring out the process. But this feels really genuine to me. This is what I've done in the past, and I'd love to go and make it work for this. All right, let's go. I'm gonna put my hands up here. I'm trying to figure out what are my visual cues for anyone who edits this later on, so I can come back and just find what I need to find. Hey, Niiamah here. I'm so glad that you took us up to be featured on the Outliers Edge platform. I have something for you to help make sure you can get the most from this experience, and we call it the Co-Creator Playbook. In it, it contains everything that I found to help make sure that you can start this platform experience with as much information as you need to be comfortable, to be smooth, and to have this be an incredible experience for you and those who watch you. I'll send you the link to that right underneath this video. But before we do that, I also want to make sure that you get this gift. As a thank you for coming onto the platform, I'm actually going to extend to you what I do for my clients, and that is a complimentary one-on-one roadmap session. This is usually something you have to be a VIP member for and apply in order to get a chance to have me focus on you for the next hour. But this is something I want to just offer to you as a gift, as my way of acknowledging you for saying yes, but also just showing like, hey, look, this is the real game that I'm playing, right? This is the real game. This is how I change the world, right? And if you're showing up, I want to make sure that I'm bringing as much as I can to support you and your journey. My ask is this. There's a reason why I leave this for my clients mainly, because I'm really intense. And when people spend time with me, their life changes, their business changes for the better. I got to add that little qualifier there. And so if you're a yes to this, I ask that you come and you sign up and you bring a challenge or an opportunity that's worth at least $250,000 to you. Bring that to our conversation. And if it feels impossible for you to create, that's even better, because that's the game that I like to play. We'll send aside time for you. We'll help. We'll see where your goals are. And this is not like it's just a session. So like we're going to actually do the work in this space here. My thing here is we're creating a relationship here where you're showing up as an outlier. And one of the things that I have found to be the most disappointing for me as an outlier is that few people can actually catch my vision and have the experience and to not just tell me what to do, but help extract out the next right step for me based on who I am, based on what I have created. And so we're going to do that in our conversation. Bring your biggest challenge, bring your biggest opportunity, make it at least worth $250,000, and let's come and play. All right. If that's for you, go ahead and schedule a time below. And if not, well, no, we'll leave it at that. Like, if that's for you, go ahead and schedule a time below. And then I'll see you over on the next page where we talk about the Co-Creator Playbook and how you can get access to that. Until then, be you on purpose. Journey on. All right, that felt pretty good. I might do one more take of this here, but I would be decent with that. I had 30 seconds in my mind. Probably went for about like 2 minutes, maybe or three. I'll see what the actual recording is. Let me go in here. I realized that there was an energetic shift that took. Oh, I should probably put my hands up so I can find this clip. But I realized there was an energetic shift in me when I got real about it. When I stopped performing, and it's just like, yo, if you want to come in my world, this is what it is. I kind of like that energy. We'll see if that actually works for people. But I'll take another take. Let me take a sip. All right. Let me ground myself again and who I'm talking to and why. What do they want to get? They came here for to be on the platform. They want to know what the next steps are, and I'll make sure that they know it. But I also have a gift for them. Okay. Hey, Niiamah here. Thank you so much for being on the Outliers Edge platform. We're going to have an incredible time. I want to make sure that we set you up for success. So we've created a co-creator playbook, which outlines all the questions that I've gotten over the years of how to best show up on this platform and anything else that are, let's say, frequently answered questions or frequently asked questions. I want to do this one again. Here we go. Hey, Niiamah here. Thanks so much for saying yes to being featured on the Outliers Edge platform. We have put together the co creator playbook, which outlines all the next steps for you, as well as frequently asked questions that we've accumulated over the years. We want to make sure that you are set up to make this conversation an asset for you, not just some content that comes in and out. So you're going to look below, you'll see a link to go and access the co-creator playbook, and I'll share more about that in the next steps once you click that link. In the meantime, know that you've entered the Outliers Edge world, the Outliers Edge movement, and we are really dedicated to supporting outliers like yourself to be successful out in the world. And so, what I want to do as both a thank you as well as an acknowledgement of the game that you play is I want to offer you a complimentary one-on-one roadmap coaching session with me. This is something that I normally reserve for my VIP members, and people have to still apply in order to get this. However, I want to offer it to you because I already see that you are playing the game of being more visible and showing up in the world in a way that the world gets a chance to benefit from who you are. And so during this session here, my ask is this. I'm an intense person. I love what I do, but I also really, really am a champion for outliers. And I've found that most of us don't have people who can understand our larger visions, who can meet us where we are and help us create a pathway, a roadmap between where we are right now and that vision that we're trying to create in a way that aligns with us. And I think that's the difference, right? A lot of you can go places and get strategy calls, but I think that there's something different than this. Not a strategy session. This is us co-creating and seeing what is it that you want to create in a way that aligns with you. My ask is that you bring something that feels impossible for you, something that feels really challenging. My general threshold is that make it at least something that is a challenge or opportunity that's worth $250,000 or more for you. If not, like it's just not going to be a great use of time. Like we got to go for the things that really matter because you are an outlier and we can't have a regular average session. Like no, thank you, right? I don't think either of us are here for that. So if you want to take me up on that, bring your biggest challenge, bring your biggest opportunity, bring your biggest challenge, and we will work through that together during this time. It's my gift as my way of saying thank you and acknowledging the game that you're already playing. You can use the calendar below to find a time that works for you. And then I will see you in the next page to go and talk about the co-creator playbook and maximizing the most out of this platform experience. Thank you for being you. Be you on purpose. Journey on. All right. So that was another take here. I put my hands up so that my editors or I'm like we can see where it is. That was another take. Still a bit long. I'm gonna go with it. I think I feel I'm like this is the actual truth. I'll probably do one more 30-second version. Let me just shake it out a little bit. Oh wow! I don't know if y'all heard that. By the way, put in the chat. What are you getting from this year? What do you see? Put in the chat if you're watching this live. Put in the comments if you're watching this later on. Most people watch this later on, so I want to make sure that like if you're seeing this, like make that comment in. What are you getting for this? I'm doing this for me, but also for your benefit because I want to try and just continue reducing. Like I want to just show what the process is, right? Uh, and share more of what's happening in real time. So I'll do one more take. It'll be 30 seconds, and I'll watch all of them, and we'll probably test them all, and then realize that none of it mattered, and then choose like do something different. But we'll give it one more take, and then I'm going to make the next video afterwards. All right. In this video, I want to make sure I'm still connecting, still bringing that powerful energy. I want to bring more playfulness in it. I think my attitude is a bit like, show up. I want to bring more playfulness in this take and see if I can do it in 30 seconds or less. I do not have a timer, so we shall see. All right, cool. I actually have a bit of a proxy. All right, cool. Let's do this. Hey there, Niiamah here. I'm so glad that you said yes to being featured on the Outliers Edge platform. What I want to do is make sure you have the things to be as successful as possible. And so I've created the co-creator playbook, which will walk you through all of the next steps related to the, yeah, gotta do it again. All right. Hey, Niiamah here. Let's make sure you're set up for success. On the next page, you're going to be able to access the co-creator playbook, which is going to give you all the next steps that are involved, as well as any frequently asked questions that we've got. We want to make sure you are able to create an asset from this experience, not just have it be content. In addition, I show up for my outliers and I see you as one of them. And so I like to gift you a complimentary one-on-one roadmap session. During this session, you would come in and bring your biggest challenge and your biggest opportunity, and we'll get it handled forever. My general threshold is make sure that the problem that you bring in is worth at least $250,000 or more to you. Like, I want to make sure we're playing at something that actually moves the needle, because I know that most people on this planet cannot catch the visions and see you as you are right now and create that roadmap, that bridge between where you're trying to get to and where you are right now in a way that's aligned with you as I can. And so that's my gift to you. Normally, you have to be a VIP member and apply to be able to get this session. I'm just going to trust my gut and say I'm going to give it to the people who show up and I've invited to come and be a part of this platform experience. Right. So take me up on that. You'll see the calendar below. Go and find a time that works for you. And I will talk to you in the next page when we get into the co-creator playbook and more. All right. Until we talk next, be you on purpose. Journey on. All right, cool. So I have a couple different like takes of this year. I have a couple different variations of it. I'll clip and see, and yeah, I'll probably just test them out over time and see which ones lead to the highest number of um, signups for that one-on-one session. Uh, if you if you just watched this here, it would actually be really helpful for me. Put in the chat, put in the comments here if you're watching this later on. Which one of the three versions did you get? We're not going to include any of the ones where I was like, oh no, that didn't work. We're just going to put that one aside. But one, two, or three. Which one was the most engaging for you? Which one would make you say, oh, I want to come in and take it? Just one number would make a huge difference here. So we'll take a quick kind of like straw poll on that. All right, cool. So we have that going on. We've created that video. Then we have another video that's coming in, and I just want to orient myself for that one. So this is now they've signed up for to be on the platform. They've now gotten a chance to get a complimentary one-on-one with me, which I normally reserve, but now you get to come through the back door on it. And then I've now promised them multiple times about the co-creator playbook. So this is the way that the co-creator playbook is that it's I want to make sure it's gated properly. Let me slow down. I want to make sure that it's gated properly, and so it's part of our platform for the Outliers Edge community, right? So you can go to school.com/outlier. You can join, make a free account, and you can actually see what the Outliers Edge co-creator playbook looks like, right? So I've created it so that it's behind and inside of our system, and I want to make sure that what I don't want to do is uh, I can't just send them to a page. It's not just on a website. It's actually in our school group. So I want to create another video that now makes sure that they know that the co-creator playbook is here. They just need to go and click. Let them know about what they get once they go inside the co-creator playbook. Tie it back not just to the roadmap session, but I'm going to assume here I want it to be something where they get that I'm still a champion for them. But we go back to making this an asset. We go back to the reason that they signed up uh, for this entire thing, which was to be platformed, to be featured in some way, shape, or form, whether it's to come on and be coached by me being as a way of being featured, to go on a roundtable and discuss me, or to jam here. Like, all those things are all part of it. All right. I'm gonna have a lot of collaborators who come on to this platform. And so I want to make sure that we're weaving this properly, or we're navigating this and dancing with it in a way that is just very beneficial to all. And that's the way I'm choosing to play it. That's what feels genuine to me. We talk about a genuine client creation engine. This is what feels genuine to me. Like, hey, like, let me feature you. And then, by the way, let me serve you. Let's co-create together. And oh, hey, like, let me make sure you know what you need in order to make this honestly just not like, I really do mean an asset, because the better it is for them, the better it is for all of us, for me, for my team, how they're editing it, for the listeners and outliers who gain something as a result of it. Okay, so I will get into that message here. So I want to also see if I have any notes on any other components that are important related to that particular video. So I made an otter like kind of run through the first time, um, and go from there. Aha! Thank you. All right. So some things I want to do here. Just brought this into. You can kind of see my. I'll share my screen real quick and just show you the my Chat GPT and what it says here. So let me share. Actually, I'll pull it out. So what you're going to see right now is I'll show you. I'll show you what I do. So I recorded an audio of the entire platform client creation journey, my genuine client creation journey coming from the platform. I created an audio and I uploaded that over to um, into Otter AI to make a transcript of it for me, and then from there I then put it into ChatGPT, and I'm trying to actually get it to give me what I'm looking for. It ended up being like a very long message, and so I needed to come back and remind me what did I actually say I was going to do in the videos. So the first video that we just recorded together, it was supposed to be 15 to 30 seconds. We didn't get that, but it's like we started with the warm greeting. Hey, it's Niiamah here. Thanks for saying yes. Platform context is stepping outside of this, not this podcast. I didn't even mention this here. We've hosted thousands of conversations. It's true. Actually, is it true? Yeah. Um, I have to go look at that. We've had at least 400 plus episodes going out, so I feel good about that. Create a playbook for you. Welcome gift and cool. All right. So in this one here, they're saying for now we're talking about the co-created playbook. We open with clarity. Let's make sure you're set up. Describe what's inside. The playbook includes this. Add a support option. Yeah, this is what I want to do. So some people come in and they want to go and talk to me, and so like they want to create an additional connection. I don't need it, but they do. So I like to make that available to them. I haven't made it available to them in the past, but now again, as I'm slow in my role, how quickly I describe it as microwaving the relationship. How quickly can I like get you from this place to coming to be a client? And I think that now it's like actually it's not about the speed. It's about like the amount of time we spend together. And so let's just spend time together and get to know each other and make sure I'm actually going for their goals and we're making this into something real. Right. And then they're gonna have to go, they're gonna go on a regular landing page, and then so I then have to take them to the school place and make sure that they know that they did set up the school account in order to access the playbook, and then we close off from there. That feels right. That feels right for me. And just to for any of you that are coming and watching this now, it's here live. I will go and show it to you. And if you're watching this on the recording, I want to just go and refresh your memory about this. So this is the actual process that I send people through. This is the flow that they go through that I'm sharing with you right now. So people come in, they get they sign up for a time on the platform. Originally, it was a podcast panel. Then they get an invitation to go and get the additional coaching bonus here, and then afterwards they go to a page that sends them to sign up for the guild. And this version of this page is more focused on being more direct to the point of like, hey, like come in and be a guild member. In the past, it would be focused again, similar to what we're doing right now, focused back on the making their experience the best. But then again, to get the next step, it is something that's gated behind the guild, and then it explains what they need to do. Gives them the button and then takes them over to the actual guild page. Part of the reason I couldn't go from here, from the place where they set up the calendar, straight to here, straight to the co-creator playbook, is that they did like it wouldn't have made sense. There was no context as to like, hey, this is where you have to go get the co-creator playbook, because it's actually a part of the one place I do spend my time that's not on live streams and coaching, which is inside of school. All right. And so this has become basically my de facto like website. And so this is the place that we're playing. And I want to make sure I had an interim page that explains it to them. All right, so now that I've shared that with you and I've oriented myself in it, let's go ahead and create this video for it. Whoa, let me take a sip here. Let me know if any thoughts that come to mind. Let me know if anything you're seeing that excites you. Do you have your own videos that you put together? Are you a video kind of person, or are you more of a text? Go ahead and put it in the chat, put it in the comment. Let me get a sense as to how you choose to play your game, and that'll give me a chance to come in. Just let me get to know you and see how we can build in things that are meaningful for you. Okay, I have to actually refresh myself one more time on what we're going to be doing here. All right, so we're creating this video. I'm opening it with clarity. I'm describing what's inside. I'm adding a support option, a direct action, and an encouraging close. I think the biggest thing for me is just to remember to actually like let them know that they can get this, that they can have a connection if they want. Oh, okay. Y'all ready to play? All right, let's do this. Yeah. All right, let's get you set up inside of the co-creator playbook. You can find the co-creator playbook, which is going to outline all the next steps for you. It has videos, it has opportunities for you to ask different questions, and also to schedule additional time with me if you want to have a connection beforehand. That's totally fine, totally great. I would actually encourage it for many people. I think I'm just going too far and I'm elaborating too much. Let's try it again. Hmm. Uh, let's see. All right. All right, let me do this here. All right, let's make sure you're fully ready for your feature. The co-creator playbook includes short videos, FAQs, and setup details, so you'll be able to start with us and be running right off the bat. If you want to connect before your feature, no problem. You can schedule time with me as well. That's an optional thing, but I know a lot of people want to have a connection with me beforehand. For us to be able to make the session better. Obviously, I'm not going to use this, right? Well, go ahead and click below to create your free school account and then access the playbook from there. Once you're in, we'll grow and co-create from there, and I'll see you on the inside. I actually really like this. I'm going to use this again here. So right now, I'm just going to read the script again from what was suggested from ChatGPT for this particular video. And you let me know. Let me know if you create videos. Let me know what you like about this version, what you don't. You can just give even a thumbs up, thumbs down in the chat and comments whenever you're watching this. All right. So we're gonna create this video, and this is where I didn't want to go onto this page and see this because now that I know that there's specific words, like I actually get really. It's hard for me to do things when I have to like remember the exact words because I'm like, this is so good. I got to make sure I say everything exactly right. So I'll probably focus more on like opening, describing what's inside, the support option, and then direct action and the encouraging close. But for now, let me go and read through the script one more time. All right, let's make sure you're fully ready for your feature. The co-creator playbook includes short videos, FAQs, and setup details. And if you want to connect before your feature, you can schedule time with me. It's optional. Click below to schedule your free school account and access the playbook. Once you're in, we'll grow and co-create from there. See you inside. Right. So there's an element like if you hear that, like I can say the words, but it's not flowing from me. It's not boring to listen to. It just doesn't have the extra energy. I actually think that the the probably the biggest one is click below to create your free school account and access the playbook. That's probably the one line that I need to remember. Other than that, like let's just get at it. All right, let's try it again. Woo, I can feel myself being all nervous about this one because I want to get this done before I have to before I have to take off for the weekend. If you have good week, do you have good weekend plans? I don't know when you're watching this, but we have some cool things set up for even just later on today. So I want to make sure I am done with this, edited, clipped, and uploaded onto the site. All right, let's do this. That actually is motivation for me. I'm like, oh, we got to get this done. All right, cool. I forgot again. This is what happens. I forgot. Let me ground myself in. Remind me one day to show you the first ever video I recorded for Outliers. No, for Actuarial Journey back in 2014. 2014. I was wearing a gray blazer, a purple shirt. We recorded it in our apartment in New York City. Moved all of our couches out to get it. And my sweet, sweet wife, who was my girlfriend, I don't even think she was my fiance at the time, was there helping me record. And she basically had to like spoon feed me every single line because I could not remember. She said it, and I would have to do it again. And like it was so much. I like the end result though. The end result was cool. Music in the background, all that. But I think this is why I try and learn. How can I just talk? How can I communicate more than just the specific words? Because if I can get that right, we're good. All right, let's see. We got this. Okay. Woo. I actually want to start with effort. All right, let's make sure. Okay. All right, let's make sure you're fully ready for your feature here on the Outliers Edge platform. The Co-Creator Playbook has videos, FAQs, and other things to help make sure you're set up for success in this next. All right, let's try it again. All right, let's make sure you're set up for success for your feature. All right, all right. Let's make sure you're. I don't know if I need that. All right, I can leave that. Let's cut that out. Let's get you set up for success for this feature with the Co-Creator Playbook. You can find the Co-Creator. Let's get you set up for success with the Co-Creator Playbook. You can find the Co-Creator Playbook in the Outliers Edge community, and that doesn't feel right in timing. Okay. All right. Let's make sure your platform, your feature. Okay. Let's make sure your feature is more of an asset and not just content by getting you into the co-creator playbook. We've created a co-creator playbook to be something that has easy access videos, answers any frequently asked questions, and also gets you ready for the setup to come on live and in our recorded studio here for our session. If you would like to also spend time with me, I know a lot of times it's helpful for someone to have a real connection with me before we go on, and vice versa. You can go ahead and schedule a time with me on that when you're inside the Co-Creator Playbook. You'll see a link for that. It's optional, but it's there for you. Go ahead and click the link below to go and create your free school account, and then access the playbook from there. I will see you, and I'm looking forward to growing and co-creating with you in this session. I got you. All right, I got you. We're gonna make this awesome journey on. Let's do it again. All right, let's get you the most that we can from this platform. Let's set you up to make this feature a real asset for you and your business and your impact through the Co-Creator Playbook. The Co-Creator Playbook has been set up with different videos, different frequently asked questions, and a setup for you to get ready for the live experience and recording experience in our Outliers Ed studio. I'm going to find a way to say that and help you get set up technically for in a technical setup. Um, Something like a technical setup for the in the Outliers Ed Studio. I think Outliers Ed Studio works. The reason I'm going to say that is like some people might come for live. Sometimes I'll be recording this pre-recorded, and they wouldn't be in the live area. And other times I'll have members of my team, other facilitators that I'll hire to do even more. So I want to be able to leave that open. Okay. Let's get you set up. I don't want to say set up yet because I'm going to say it again. Let's get you. All right. All I can think is the word setup right now. All right. Let's make sure you can get the most from our platform, from your feature, right? I was going to say podcast. Let's make sure you can get the most from your feature here on the Outliers Edge platform. The Co-Creator Playbook has been created with different videos, frequently asked questions, and technical setup so that you can come into that space feeling relaxed, prepared, and ready to create in real time with me and anyone else we might be involved with. We have the Outliers Edge Studio crafted for you. I don't think I needed to mention it now. Let's make sure you're fully set up to be successful on the Outliers Edge platform. The Co-Creator Playbook has been set up with. All right, I think I'm just too serious. I think I'm just way too serious for this. Gotta not be so serious about it. Oh, it's so funny. It's like 10 seconds. That's all I want to say, but I cannot figure out what the 10 seconds are. And if I keep practicing that script, it's gonna mess me up even more. Let's do this. All right, cool. I'll start away. All right, let's do this. Let us get you set up inside of the Co-Creator Playbook. We have videos there, frequently asked questions, and we also make sure that the technical parts of the Outliers Ed Studio is all handled, so you can come in feeling relaxed, feeling present, and bringing all of you to the conversation, so that this ends up being an asset, not just a piece of content for you. For any of you that want to go and if you'd like to spend some time and connect before we have our session, that's no problem. I can also walk you through some of the back end elements of the live studio. You can just go ahead and schedule a time. I'll put a calendar inside of the co-creator playbook so you can find a time that works for you. It's optional, but it also helps us just get some more creative juices together. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, this is me. We're getting there. We're almost there. Yeah, we're getting looser. All right, I have to leave in a minute. All right, cool. Give me a second. Yeah, I have to leave. I have to leave in a minute, so I'm gonna go and finish this off, and then make sure that I have finished that all together. All right, here we go. Last shot. All right, let's do this. Let's get you in. All right, let's get you inside of the co-creator playbook so you can make the most from our time together. The co-creator playbook has been set aside with different videos, frequently asked questions, and technical setup so that when you get inside of the Outliers Ed studio, you're feeling relaxed, present, and ready to bring all of you to the conversation. You'll also find an invitation to come connect with me for about 15 minutes or so before we go live so you can get a chance to play around with the technical elements. We can get a chance to get to know each other and really set a strong foundation for our conversation. It's not mandatory. You'll have a wonderful time regardless of it, but I do want to make it an option in case that works for you. Go ahead and click the link below to sign up for your free school account, and then you'll find the co-creator playbook inside of the Outliers Edge community. I'm really looking forward to co-creating with you and growing something meaningful. Thank you for the honor of being able to platform you and grow and share with your outlier out with the world. We got this. All right. Until the next time we talk, be you on purpose. I'll see you inside the community and in the co-creator playbook. Journey on. I don't know if I put that last bit. All right. That's what we got. That's what I'm going to start off with. I don't want. I have to go. There's some commitments I have to go run off to. So thanks for watching this live here. This is going to be some fun things in terms of what we actually put out into the world. And there's going to be like hundreds of people that are going to see this. So not maybe not this live recording, but the videos that we just recorded here. We had about when I was sending this out, we sent it out to over 20,000 unique individuals. We had well over 1,000 people who actually came onto the platform and such. So I'm excited to do this now for this next iteration going forward. So thanks for being here as we were actually recording and getting into this mix. Hopefully you're able to take something for yourself around how you set up. And one last thing I'll say before I end: the reason that I make these videos is because it's easier for me to make videos. So like that wasn't a requirement to move people through the flow. But again, being in the genuine side of things, like generally speaking, I can communicate through video far better than I can communicate through text. And so I make my process of having people go through the journey be one that is talking based, video based, conversation based. Like all this stuff is done intentionally over and over and over again, leveraging how I show up in the world best. And then I get other people to help like with the way they show up best so I can be meet people in the way that in all the various forms that they want to get met in. All right. So that's what goes behind it all. I'm excited to be here. Thanks so much for being in this space here. It actually made a difference that you were watching this. I'm going to be reading the comments on this as well. So if you're watching this in the replay, like go ahead and let me know what you thought about this, how you do your own sections, how you get people to go through your journeys, and then also one last thing here is like what you found to be valuable about this. If it's helpful to see how I'm created, let's go ahead and do it, because this won't be how it's going to be forever, but it is how it is right now. All right. Until the next time we talk, like I appreciate you. Journey on.